Wake up in the morning every weekday and join CradleRadio on CradleRadio.
This is CradleRadio.
This is CradleRadio.
This is CradleRadio. This is CradleRadio.
Wake up in the morning every weekday and join CradleRadio on CradleRadio.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, world. Good morning to each and every one of you sitting out there or standing out there, as the case may be. And I want to welcome you on to the one and only, the flagship from CradleRadio. And this is when I announce that this is Canada.
Join CradleRadio on CradleRadio.
Yeah, well, this is the moment when I wake up and I say good morning to each and everybody. And I would always be glad for the gift of life each and every moment. And when I wake up, it's always a blessing, especially for me. And if you've ever been a part of this show, you would understand one thing that is my style or my appreciation. I'm just trying to be in three phases here, so pardon me for those checks and balances in different ways. We're on three different platforms simultaneously. We're live broadcasting on CradleRadio, and we are on Facebook, and we're on YouTube as well. To be a part of that, join the Cradle Media page on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel at CradleRadio. We are CradleRadio. We'll probably pop that on screen before the end of a show, and you'll be a part of it. But nonetheless, I always thank God for the gift that He has given me to be able to do this, to be able to be here, and to be able to at least pass my own set of information and play my role, contribute my quarter to my Canada. It's a flagship from CradleRadio, and it's called This is Canada. Well, This is Canada is a program tailored to highlighting, as I would love to put it, highlighting or showcasing or having a reflection of things happening around Canada. So if you are Canadian, if you are friends of a Canadian, if you're friends of Canadians, and then you could always contribute your quarter to it. It's not like whatever happens in Canada, it doesn't happen in the entire world. So I'd always say what's happening here might be a reflection of what's happening across the globe as well. So you could, pitch in your tent as in regards to having a say from different part of the world as well. We're worldwide, baby. We're worldwide. So wherever you are in the world, Cradle Radio covers you, and you could be a part of it, okay? And my tradition is giving my creator that glory. I can't stop doing that, pardon me. I just can't. I can't. I'm not swaying you. I'm not swaying nobody to my belief system or my side. I'm just appreciative of each and every day, each and every moment that I'm sitting here. And we talk, and when we talk, it's not because of the fact that we want to criticize unconstructively to the people in the place of authority. Look at it as a form of unsolicited advice from different parts of the world. That's the way I look at it. Good morning, Tolashi. How you doing this morning from where you are in the part of the world? Where are you in this part of the world today? It's always lovely to have you. So I don't look at it like a bashing moments for the people that we have. And sometimes, too, it becomes a time when we give laurels, we give appreciation, we throw appreciative notes to the people that have been working hard as well. And that's just the way I see it. So in the morning hour from Mondays through Thursday, from the hours of 10 to 11, I do come on live. The show proper starts from 9 to 11. You could appreciate and enjoy the best of the musical philosophy coming from Cradle Radio. And so to be a part of that, you would have to be on Cradle Radio from 9 to 11, because the live transmission, which is doled out to you in one way or the other by audio, by you being on Cradle Radio, is an audio version, and we're working hard to be able to stream live on Cradle Radio as well. We will be doing that in coming months. We'll be streaming our shows ourselves on, not like we're not gonna just pitch tent to the other team as well, but we will be streaming live soon on Cradle Radio. But right now you can listen to the audio transmission, the radio format transmission on Cradle Radio, and the feel of the studios. That's what you're gonna be having. We're gonna be seeing, and we'll be seeing that practically on Facebook and on YouTube as well. So that way we can cover a large heterogeneous audience. That's the way it was defined back in my school days. Communication is key.
Wake up in the morning every weekday and join Akinloye on Cradle Radio.
I love when I have the ability to come around and come across the globe. I remember, Talashi, you remember this man when we were growing up. We said, Akinloye worldwide. You remember? Cradle Radio is worldwide now, baby. Cradle Radio is worldwide. And you just pop up on the top of my head one day. I'm like, worldwide. Oh, definitely. So we're worldwide. Yesterday was a swell time. I enjoyed myself. Enjoyed every part of it. This is Radio Land. And I say radio, TV these days, it's all interwoven. It's all merged into one. Started my career in radio and television almost at the same time. In 96, I was on radio. In 97, I was on TV. It's been a long time, man. It's been a long time. So when you see all them gray beards and all that, that's wisdom right there. The wisdom right there has been granted by the Creator. So yesterday I did tell you that I was flipping through the news and I saw something that caught my eye. And it was about, let me see, what was this about? The headline really caught my eye, and in my mind I'm thinking, we did talk about this some weeks ago on Cradle Radio. Yeah, we did. We did an episode that was about thieves who steal your mail and all that. I think. Yeah, we did Amazon. I think we kind of did something about people taking the stuff over. But nonetheless, it's in line with what we're about talking about today. And when I looked at it, I'll probably flip and see if I can roll the communique by a provincial police today. I don't work for the popo, don't get me wrong, but sometimes when they're doing their good job, we just got to give credit to them. They're an essential arm of the society that we cannot just but applaud when they're doing work, when they're doing good, right? If you do good, we'll give you a pat on the back. If you do bad, we'll give you a kick in the ass. That's a phrase that I'm borrowing from one of my lecturers back in the day. Well, if you were in mass communication department back in the day, you'll reckon with this saying. If you do good, we give you a pat on the back. If you do bad, we give you a kick in the ass. We don't breed animals. Yeah. Gotta rest that man's soul. Gotta rest his soul. Yeah, the one and only colleague, but I'm gonna tell you, God rest his soul, man. It was a brilliant head of the department back in the day. So I was flipping through this, and in my mind, I'm thinking, whoa. We're quick to lay blame and like, oh, why the police not doing this? Why the police not doing that? And then I saw this, and I felt, okay, all right, we're gonna roll with this one. We're gonna see what's happening at the end of the day. This month of October, there was an investigation that was tagged Project Undeliverable. Project Undeliverable. It was a collaborative effort of Peel and Halton Police, Regional Police. And when I mean Peel, I'm talking about, if you're conversant with Ontario very well, if I say Peel, you know I'm talking Brampton, I'm talking Mississauga, and I'm talking about the Greater Toronto area, just Etobicoke. Yeah, Etobicoke. Those areas, Peel Region. Peel Regional Police in Canada, in Ontario. I speak for Ontario, right? In Ontario, we have regional police. And those regional police takes care of different, because sometimes people want to borrow from this, brilliant idea of policing. So we have different police catering for different regions. The whole place is divided into regions, different regions, and those different regions now encompasses something we call a province. So we got Peel region, we got Halton region, we got a Kitchener-Waterloo region, we got, so many. So, but I'm talking about Peel and Halton region is if you got the likes of Oakville. If you're living in Ontario or if you're living in the GTA, you probably understand this areas that I'm talking about. We talk about Oakville, we talk about Burlington, all right? We talk about those areas and its environment. So those places makes up what's called a Halton region. Burlington, Georgetown, that's right. Yeah, I'm conversant with those areas, so I know a bit of this and that as regards those places. So, now with those areas, the two regional police in those areas decided to come together and solve, not in totality, because it's still on, but they solved They solved something that I would call, how do I put it now? they solved a form of crime that people might look at and go like, oh, wow, does that really happen in Canada? Oh, yeah, it happens everywhere in the world, I guess, by now. But this time around, the police, took it up a nudge and decided to just investigate, proper investigation. And they recovered more than $400,000 in stolen mail. And you might ask yourself, $400,000 in stolen mail? Is it that those letters are equated in terms of monies? Are those letters, are they having money in it? Are those letters carrying cash? Because when you go around saying police recovered more than $400,000 in stolen mail, you might just say, stolen mail. And I'll break it down for you this way.
Wake up in the morning every weekday and join Akinloye on Cradle Radio.
I love this aspect of me being me, all right? It's not excessive. It's just me just trying to just be me, okay? That's right. In the morning hour. This is Canada, people. If you're just joining us for the very first time, it's what we have dedicated time to be a part of or create from the stables of CradleRadio. And it is about giving back to the society that birthed this vision and this dream, as the case may be. So it's a way of giving back, and it's a way of contributing, and it's a way of keeping people on their toes as well. And a whole lot more. We will be going the whole 9 yards with this. And CradleRadio is not a government-owned. It's not government-owned in any way. So we're kind of liberal in our rhetorics and in our approach to certain things that we cater for or we air live. And also, I must say this. CradleRadio is licensed to play all the songs that it plays, right? Okay, we have a license for it, so it's not like we're playing things over the top of our heads. No, we're not doing that. Like I said, 30 years in radio, television, broadcasting, it's not gonna come for, it's not gonna go to waste. So in terms of knowing what to do and how to do it, it's catered for. So now back to the undeliverable. If you're just joining us, what we're talking about today is something that you might look at it and go like, oh wow. Oh wow. I love the feedback we got from yesterday's episode in which we had Canadian citizens to be photographed when entering and exiting the U.S. That was brilliant, people. That was brilliant. Yeah. And we're on what we have today. And this one is gonna be bumpy. And I must also tell you, please and please and please, and I'm imploring you, if you want to use or remix some aspect of this broadcast, kindly do this. Use it in terms that it would make a lot of sense. Don't do click and bait. Don't do all of that. We will sue you if you do that. Now, what we want is you to be able to digest this information because it's primarily going to be useful, or it is useful for you, and not only that, you could share with people, you could get people informed about things happening around Canada, and hopefully we could take Canada to its greater heights. And if you want to remix it, it's understandable, but remix it in a way that it does make sense. Cut the ones that has a flow of information that people can benefit from. It's just nice to do that, okay? All right. Now, what we're looking at today is Project Undeliverable, a look into Peel and Halton police recovery of over $400,000 in stolen mail. That's right. So when I looked at this in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, wow, what happened? What really did happen? And I'll break it down for you this way. Peel Regional Police in collaboration with Halton Regional Police, have recovered more than 450 pieces of stolen mail, totaling a combined worth of more than 400,000 Canadian dollars. In April 2025, Peel and Halton Region launched a joint investigation with Canada Post involving a series of mail theft occurring throughout the region of Peel. Region of Peel. You expecting mail and you ain't getting it. You expecting a check and you ain't getting it. You expecting your credit card and you ain't getting it. So when I say $400,000, I think that's just a scratch in the surface. You expecting so many other things, you ain't getting it. Things that will be beneficial for you, you ain't getting it. And you know what? Appeal Region says no. Enough. We got to chase this out. This investigation uncovered a group of individuals working together to target residential mailboxes. Now listen real good. Listen real good. Because sometimes you might say, oh yeah, it's not mine. Residential people, listen real good. Targeting residential mailboxes, resulting in widespread theft and disruption to community members. Widespread theft. And when I heard this, when I saw it, it caught my eye, and I just thought, you know what? This is public service. I'll bring it to you. So if you're expecting mails from different parts of the country, you just might not get it, and you're hammering on the sender. I didn't get my mail. So when you calling your banks and saying, I didn't get my replacement cards, you know, it ain't the problem. It ain't the fault of the banks. If you call on the agency that sends you monthly checks, and you're going like, I didn't get my mails, I didn't get my checks, you got them flustered about it. I'm not speaking on nobody's behalf. I'm just saying it might just have gotten lost in the mail. And it seems to be a cartel that's responsible for this. Might be groups of cartels, though. And we're not trying to say this morning that this is pointing fingers at a certain race of people. No. But it is pointing at the unscrupulous members of the society that you might be living with. You see that your neighbor is just driving, I don't want to mention the brand too, because it might just be something, might be driving something fancy. And this dude just got into Canada a few months ago, less than a year. And you've been in Canada for like all your life, and you're like, can't even afford that. And I'm not hating on anybody's prosperity. No, I'm not. No, come on, man. You could get into Canada bringing in cash, right? There's some certain people from certain parts of the world that when they come in Canada, bringing in loads of cash. So you could do whatever you want with your money. You could do whatever you want to buy. You know, your choice. It's strictly your choice. So now this group of people, I call them a cartel. Groups of people that are colluding into disrupting the peaceful coexistence in a system that had already been in play before they were probably ever born, or probably before they ever got into the country. And I'm not talking about a particular race this morning. Don't get me wrong. This is Canada, people. If you're joining in, it's beautiful that you're joining in. And we're just scratching it on the surface. Project Undeliverable. Peel and Houghton Region Police recovered more than $400,000 in stolen mail. More. It's not $400,000. It's more than $400,000. And you know, in a way, when I look at this, I'm just like, oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is really weird, man. It's not really weird in a big society like ours. Things like this happen, and it's not just happening in Canada alone, all right? So don't get me. I'm not trying to just raise your blood pressure and all that. I'm not. I'm just drawing the attention of the population to what's happening on a daily, especially when it concerns your mails. You understand? You feel me? All right. So, now, them popos, I don't know whoever came up with the name Popo, but that person hit it real good. That person hit it real good. That person hit it real good, man. Day and night, they were working so hard, so that everything can come into play, so that the investigation could be conducted and concluded. And part of the investigation entailed them going to different places, knocking on different doors. And as a result of that, and before that, as part of the coordinated enforcement efforts, search warrants were executed on September 8th. That's right, yeah, September 8th and 9th at multiple residences in Mississauga. I get it. I hit it. Because I wasn't even thinking about that earlier on. I was just like, yeah, Mississauga. Oh, Mississauga, Peel region, yeah, Mississauga. So September 8th and September 9th, Mississauga. Specifically in the areas of Rhinebank Street and Brandon Gate Drive. Brandon Gate? Is Brandon Gate not close to that plaza that's got the passport office? Close to Square One? Yeah, I think so. As well as Dwingan Avenue and Kittredge Drive. And as a result, hundreds of pieces of stolen mails were recovered. And this is where you gotta be enlightened, exposed in a way that you can understand certain things before even reading it. I give myself that applause for that. I'm enjoying this, man. There are no two ways about it. Somebody told me, a friend of mine, Planet Works from the UK, told me that you don't give a hoot about nothing, man. You just run in the whole 9 yards. Yes. We used to be in the same radio station back in the day, and I did 24 hours at a stretch. And I ain't lying to you about that one. A shift is 8 hours a piece. If your relief don't come, you do 16 hours, and I done 24 hours, and it didn't even scratch my body in any way. So this is simple. 1 hour. I love doing this, man. I love doing this. Now, back to the story. Project Undeliverable. Peel and Houghton police recover more than $400,000 in stolen mail. Now, as a result, hundreds of pieces of stolen mails were recovered, including credit cards, gift cards, and that's why I give myself an applause, because I'm thinking in terms of mail, when you talk about money, it's not the papers that we're talking about this morning, but definitely there are things in those mails that readily would amount to money, paper money, card money. And the police recovered credit cards, gift cards, this is where it gets scary, various forms of government identification, and more than 250 checks. 250 checks being intact in there. And we've not talked about those ones that are already being, utilized. I say utilized. You never know how they go about it, but it might have utilized some of those checks. And the ones that were recovered were 250 checks. I don't know about you. I don't even get 12 checks in a year. I don't, no. I don't even get 10 checks. I don't. So if you were expecting your checks from the mayor in Mississauga and you didn't get it in what's this other place in the Peel region, Brampton. I just in my mind I'm thinking, and I'm not part of the investigation in terms of following the popos to seeing all of this stuff, but I believe and I'm thinking the 250 might just be for Mississauga alone. Peel region covers Brampton, so if you're thinking you've concluded this, you probably need to move to Brampton area as well and go fetch out, bust out some doors in terms of those warrants that you served out. I'm just saying. The investigation led to the arrest of the following 8 men, and you gotta mark this one down, all right? Like I said right before now, I'm not tailoring this to a certain race. I'm not finger pointing to a certain race. I'm not drawing your attention to the unscrupulous elements that abides in certain race or races. I'm just pointing to them individuals. If you know what I mean. Now, the investigation led to the following 8 men who now face 344 charges in relation to various property crimes. Charged up? Are you ready for it? I'll take a quick break. I'll be right back.
Wake up in the morning every weekday and join Akinloye on Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio. This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio.
Wake up in the morning every weekday and join Akinloye on Cradle Radio.
Now I'm back, all right? You know, while we're taking a break, she wrote and says, it's becoming a pandemic. Most of these checks are for pensioners. You know, and that's the sad part about it. Pensioners who've worked all their lives, and all they just want is something. And I love the fact that you raise the aspect and that part of checks belonging to pensioners. You know, people who've worked so hard, and the time for them in which they're entering retirement, not necessarily entering retirement, in retirement, and they just want to go pick their checks. Because don't get me wrong, the world evolves as we grow. Some of these seniors, they don't even know how to update their payment process into having a auto deposits in terms of their banking system, or through for instance, the CRA, Canadian Revenue Agency, for instance, how to put it right. And I think, and I'll draw a summation on this, you know, even before we finish the shows as well, in a way that will be beneficial for all of sundry. You know, it's that aspect that you dragged me into really hit me good, and thank you for doing that as well. People who've worked all their lives, people who have been instrumental in the country that we're enjoying right now. And so when I say man's inhumanity to man, I'm not going overboard. I'm not going against all elements of normalcy. Imagine you have a father, let's just say, or a mother, who collects a monthly check, and their life is so programmed in the fact that those checks, as it comes in, it's tailored towards something. It's tailored towards maybe groceries, maybe transportation, maybe cab rides to the doctors to check on their health, and it's so much more. And all of a sudden, they don't get those checks. Who will a senior report to? Who will a senior report to? Or somebody that's incapacitated in a way that they can't even move from one point to the other. All they just expecting is your check. And possibly they already have somebody programmed to go deposit them checks at a bank. At a bank. You know. And all of a sudden, these checks don't come in. Or these replacement cards don't come in. And when you call your bank, it takes 10 days or more for them to send you a replacement card. And then those cards that they're gonna send you, if somebody had already laid their hands on your credit card, they probably would have maxed your credit card out. And that way you don't have what? You don't have your limits in place. Let me see what Talashi's writing in here. With everything becoming digital, it's hard for some to protect their identity. And that's another crazy part about it as well. Because the advantage and disadvantages of these systems. Because all of a sudden, you go digital, you can't even protect your identity no more. And that's going to be a topic for another day. You can, because all of a sudden your social insurance number is in the cloud. And that cloud was programmed by somebody. And there are always back doors into getting into those informations as well, into those details. It is a crazy world we're living in. And now, the 344 charges were laid to these people. And like I said before coming back, I said I'm not pinpointing or labeling any race. It's what the communique says. And I'm gonna put this on our I put this on our X page, so people can go read it from there. I'll put exactly the communique from Peel Regional Police. You know, the media release from the Peel Regional Police. I'm gonna put it right after the show. We'll put it on our X, and we'll see how that goes. We'll pull that through with that one. The investigation led to the arrest of the following 8 men who would now face charges, 344 precisely, in relation to various property crimes. Charged are, is there a drum roll here? Is there a drum roll? Let's see. No. Okay, I gotta find a drum roll here next time, man. You guys gotta program a drum roll in here for me. I gotta find a drum roll in here, all right? So, well, we'll probably be giving them this one. The investigation led to the arrest of the following 8 men. Sumanpreet Singh. Number 1. Gurdip Chatha. Number 2. Chashandeep Jatana. Number 3. Harman Singh. Number 4. And this Jasantpreet Singh. Number 5. Manroop Singh. Number 6. Rajbi Singh. Number 7. And Upinderjit Singh. Number 8. I'll post this on the X page of CradleRadio, and so for transparency, for transparency, so that you can actually see yourself, right? Yeah, it was a long one too. Hopefully I did pronounce them names right. Peel Regional Police are actively engaged with the Peel Crown Attorney's Office and the Canada Border Service Agency, which will determine whether, now listen to this, I'm gonna bring this down so you listen to it real good. So in Canada now, don't just think that everything is a fly, okay? Now, Peel Regional Police are actively engaged with the Peel Crown Attorney's Office and the Canada Border Services Agency, which will determine whether removal of the accused foreign nationals from Canada may be pursued as part of the judicial process. Now, this is a very very, very important part of all I've been saying all the while. Well, all of these 8 people are foreign nationals living in Canada. Living in my Canada. At least if you want to live somewhere, if you want to be a part of a society, why don't you just behave? Why don't you just behave? That's just one of them crazy things, right? And it says all 8 of these aforementioned people, the ones that I mentioned earlier on, I wouldn't go through it. I'll post it on the X page of Cradle Radio. All 8 were held for a bail hearing and appeared before the Ontario Court of Justice in Brampton. It is the world we're living in now. It is the world we're living in. It is the world we're living in. And I once again, I just want to just applaud the efforts of the police services. I want to appreciate that effort in getting there. It's we'll give them a round of applause when they deserve one. We'll do that. Now guess what? Out of all of those things, they had 255 checks. They had 182 credit cards. They had 35 government identification and 20 gift cards. Wow. It is a crazy world we're living in now. It is a crazy world we're living in. Well, this is Canada, as a show that comes your way from Mondays through Thursday. The live stream happens from 10 to 11 each and every time between the allotted hours of 10 to 11. This is Canada proper. If you're following us from Cradle Radio, starts from 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Eastern Time. And it does come around to showcase or highlight happenings and events, be it political, be it cultural, be it social, economical, events, happenings around Canada. We'll bring it to full light each and every time while we're on this show. There will be good days. There will be good days. There will be good times as well. But each and every time we will need to just draw our attention to the happenings around us. Being vigilant is key, people. Question that might arise is, how can I be vigilant when those mails are not coming to me? And there's so many areas that we need to look at this from at the same time. Will going digital, will it help the situation of mail theft in Canada? Will it? Well, that answer lies with you. Throw in your suggestions through info@CradleRadio.com. All right. Throw in your suggestions. Let's get to hear about it. Let's get to know about it. Let's get to know what you feel about this situation that we seem to be going through on a daily. And we might just learn one or thing or two from your expertise, which might help the situation out into eradicating this madness, this anomaly, this greed as regards everybody that wants to just get rich right on time without paying that due or due diligence. All right? I'll say to you this way. You can go on or send us an email on info@CradleRadio.com. It's right on the screen right now, info@CradleRadio.com. That's how to get to us. Join our social media handles on practically all platforms. Facebook, Instagram, where else? X. Not only that, we have TikTok. We have practically all platforms. You could be a part of the show by joining in and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. We're live on YouTube as well right now. So you could be a part of it, and all you just got to do is get to be a part of this on a daily. And once you're there, you will be able to contribute your own quarter as regards what's been discussed or what's been highlighted on the show. And it's live as we speak. All right. It's been my pleasure doing this today. I just want to appreciate each and everybody that contributed on the show today. And I really love that aspect. Talashi, thank you so very much for being here. It's going to be another ride tomorrow morning from the same time, and we'll be here doing what we do best, and that's on live radio and on live stream. And don't forget, normal transmission continues on Cradle Radio. So if you want to just join in that, you appreciate it. And we want to thank the owners of Pretty Pinches Salon as well, for all of their contribution each and every time, for the sponsorship and all that. Pretty Pinches is at 141 Ontario Street North. So if you got all them 4C, all the different grades of hair, they will take care of you there. They do my locks for me, and I'm always looking fly. I believe so each and every time I visit that establishment. That's the best. And even not out of Canada and out of Ontario. If you're in Ontario, you got to come to Pretty Pinches and do your hair. You feel me? And that's the reality. 27 to 28, going to 30 years of experience they have up their sleeves. I ain't giving my hat to nobody except Pretty Pinches. So if you want to do them weaves, then anytime you see anybody with a fly, what do they call it? Twists and intricate hairstyle, stitch braids, and all the 9 yards. If it's fly, it's definitely from Pretty Pinches. You're not going to regret it. 141 Ontario Street North. Give them a call. It's on 226-647-6050. That's your telephone number, 226-647-6050. Or go on their website, www.prettypinches.ca. And I hear they have a retail store, online retail store as well. That's if you go on Pretty Pinches, www.prettypinches.com. So they catered for both prettypinches.ca and .com. You're definitely either purchasing something from their store on .com, or you're having their services from .ca. And that's how I call it a day today, okay? It's been a pleasure. It's been a ride. I love it. And we'll do the same tomorrow. My name is Akin Lawyer. Have yourself a blessed one. And you know what? Just keep looking out for those mails of yours. Keep looking out for those mails of yours. God bless you, people.
Wake up in the morning every weekday and join Akin Lawyer on Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio. This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio.
The home of all things Africa.